From that to California, have a look at these pictures because many people have been flocking to Lancaster to see the beautiful orange poppies and of course to capture it on their social media feeds. The last super bloom in California was back in 2019 and such a phenomenon can only happen when there's consistent rains over several months, cool evening temperatures and a lack of consistent sunshine. Apparently you can see them from space. Lovely pictures to close this half hour. I'm back with more of the headline stories here in just a moment or two.
Now on BBC News, the biggest African and international news stories. Focus on Africa.
Hello and welcome to Focus on Africa. I'm Lukwesa, Burak. Our top stories today. The Italian Coast Guard is conducting rescue operations described as complex, following two boats reported as being in distress, carrying up to 1,200 people. Also in the programme today, nature will always provide. The community in South Sudan turning the negative into a huge plus. The invasive alien plant used as a sustainable alternative to firewood charcoal. Also in today's sports news with Mimi, Tunisia's Onjabeur is hoping for a good clay season after winning the Charleston Open in Miami. Hello and thank you for joining us here on Focus on Africa. You join us in a rather sombre mood as there are reports currently that the Italian Coast Guard is in the midst of conducting major rescue operations described as complex, following two migrant boats that were reported as being in distress. Now, these are just some of the images that came into us earlier here on Focus on Africa, just some of the migrants that were picked up from the boat itself and also from the water. They were travelling from North Africa, trying to make their way to southern Europe. Now, we understand that one boat had around 800 people on board. The other, we were told, had 400 on board, and there are 3 patrol boats plus a merchant ship that are conducting those rescue operations. And it's important to remember that this story comes off the back of a similar incident this weekend in which 2,000 migrants had been rescued and a number had reportedly died as well. And that was just this weekend. Let's discuss this further. I'm joined now by Felix Weiss, a spokesperson from Sea-Watch, who is on the Italian island of Lampedusa. And Felix, Lampedusa is hugely significant, isn't it? Can you just explain to us why?
And that's all the sport. Lots more on the BBC Sport Africa website. Lukwesa, that's it for now.
That place is packed with stories, isn't it?
Yeah, lots on BBC Sport Africa website that we cannot always say over here, but fans can go on the website and get a lot more stories from Africa.
There you go. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hello, thanks for joining me for our latest 2-minute world weather update.